Now our domain model for employee, it's not quite right. If we look in here, we can see we've got emp number, e-name, job, manager, hire date and sal. And there's a couple of attributes missing from here, because in the original employee table, we've got those ones, but we've also got commission and department number. So I just want to indicate what happens and sort of show what happens if we realise that we need to update one of the entities in the domain model. So let's go into employee, and I can change the domain model here. So I can tap on new. I can add a new attribute in here. So let's add com, which is going to be an int. And let's add department number, which is going to be an integer. And click on OK. Now I can save that, and what it's doing is it's making the appropriate changes to the domain model. But if I run this, so let's recreate the app. So it's going through and it's creating the files. So we just wait for the app to start. So click on View App. So it runs. Here it is. And here's my department table, obviously unchanged. Back home. Here are my employees, and you can see the ones we've got in here. But of course, if I go into the edit mode for one of these people, we see the page, the form page that was created using the wizard, which doesn't have the changes that have been reflected in the domain model. In other words, we don't have a way to enter the values for com and department number. That's because the creation of these pages is separate, is different from the actual domain model. So what we need to do is if we do make a change to the domain model, we do have to remember that we may well have to go in and edit or change some of the pages that display that data in the user interface. Now the View Employees page only shows in the list view emp number, e-name and job. We haven't really changed that, so I don't need to make any changes there. But it's in the Add, Edit Employee page, this one. Obviously, we are missing those two fields. Now, when we use the wizard to create this page, we just said, yes, fill the data view. There's, of course, another way if you were to actually do this. You can actually do it manually, and you can actually just sort of drag the fields in individually one at a time. We're not going to do that here. What we're going to do is we're going to edit the page to include those two fields. Let's go into the toolbox. And if we search, what we should be able to find under input elements is a bunch of different input types that are available to us, including drop downs, date pickers, all sorts of things. Well, these are going to be very straightforward. They're just going to be text fields, text boxes. And here's my text box. So what I can do is I can drag that in and drop it into the form, and then I can associate it with the commission and the department number, which is the values that we have inside the domain model. So let's do that. I just grab that, drop it in there. Now you can see that we've got the little red circle, which is indicating this isn't actually associated with anything. So if I double tap on it, under data source, you can see attribute. It's not actually associated with anything. So what I need to do is I need to click on the select button, and then you can see Mendix knows that we are inside an employee object. I mean, the specific explanation for this is there is a data container which is showing employees, a particular employee, but don't worry about that for the moment. Anyway, we want this to show commission. So I just click on commission, click OK, and it updates the field for us. Let's do it again. I can drop that on there. Oops, not dropped it not quite the right place. Just in there. There it is. Double tap. Which attribute should it be displayed at? Should be displayed at this point. It's going to be department number. Click OK, and there we are. I can save that. I can recreate the app. And now we can go in and we can view the model again. So let's go into the employee. There we are, March admin. So now, if I tap on here, we have some empty values in here. So for example, we could say that they are earning £200 commission and that they are in department 2. Click on save. And now you can see we've got those extra spaces in the entity, the employee entity, to save those values. So what Mendix has effectively done is, with the database table, it's added some columns on, a column for commission and a column for department number, and our interface now enables us to save values into those rows, into those records.